Hi guys, welcome back and welcome to lecture 26. In this lecture, we're going to talk about the if and or combination technique to accommodate alternate conditional scenario. Often, your decision-making process involves alternative choices. Let's say that you're buying a car. In most cases, you would have multiple car models that you equally like. Well, the if and or combination is designed to precisely handle this type of problem. Let's dive deep and learn about this technique, shall we? Let's go. Before we start, let's take a look at the structure of this lecture. First, we're gonna revisit the car purchasing scenario. However, this time, we have alternate choices to make in shortlisting our potential cars. We'll then explore how to use the if and or combination to accommodate alternate conditional decision making. And before we conclude the lecture, we'll talk about the exercise and the quiz for this lecture. Let's go. Let's revisit the car hunting scenario. This time, however, we have equal choices. You are indifferent about auto and semi-auto transmissions. You would consider cars with both of these transmission types, but not manual and others. Well, the good thing is, the combination of if and or is designed precisely to perform this type of decision making. Let's take a look at it in Excel. We have two tables here. The first is the full list of all the new vehicle models, which has over 4,300 car models. The second has your alternate criteria, the two transmission types that you're indifferent about. Let's type the function in cell E3. Using OR allows the if function to accommodate two or more alternate / equal choices. This is a prime example of it. Let's finish typing this and see the outcome. Okay, so here it is. Let's drag it down. I don't want you to get too fixated to the syntax at this stage, as we will discuss this in a minute. Okay, so as you can see here, all the ones that are semi-automatic and automatic have been marked as potential. Exactly what we wanted. Okay, now let's take a closer look at this technique. The if and or combination has a dynamic number of user inputs or arguments. The more the number of alternate conditions, the more the number of arguments. In a two alternate condition scenario, the syntax for the combination is as follows. Here, you'll notice that we've listed logical 1 and 2, not logical test 1 and 2, unlike your if and technique. This is because the two logical items are not as separate tests. Instead, they're treated as a substitute or alternative of each other. Hence the keyword OR. Okay, let's take a closer look at the formula in cell E3. The first argument is our first option. The first option is the automatic transmission type. We used an absolute cell reference here to cell G3. Then we compare it to the transmission type in column D in table 1. The second argument is our second option. The second option is the semi-automatic transmission type. Once again, we used an absolute cell reference here to cell H3. Then again, we compare it to the transmission type in column D in table 1. The third argument is the value if true. If the car model has either automatic or semi-automatic transmission, we would like Excel to mark it as potential. Hence why you see the word potential here placed in between the two sets of double quotation marks. The last argument is the value if false. If the car model doesn't have either automatic or semi-automatic, we would like Excel to mark it as not. And again, this was hard-coded. What do you think? Pretty easy to do this, right? Pretty easy to use it. Moving on, let's go over the exercise for this lecture. In this lecture's exercise, your task is to incorporate all three of these transmission types. They're all, in one way or another, a type of automatic transmission. Therefore, you'd like to take all three options into account. Take a look at what we did earlier. Modify the formula to accommodate for 3 instead of 2. Okay, so that's about it for this lecture. Thank you for watching another lecture of Millennial Pro, and see you in the next one. Keep it 100. Bye-bye.